It's that time again, boys. Don't know why I'm doing this. It is currently 1:30 a.m. I have plans of uploading this at 9 a.m. Now, the only way that is physically possible is if I can do this within probably a 2-hour span. If I can complete it and win the Super Bowl within 2 hours, I might be able to do what I want to do. Now, last year when I did this video, I did the same thing last year. It took me, I think, 6.5 to 7 hours until we won the Super Bowl. So I hope to God that doesn't happen, because if we do, dude, that will put me at 8 a.m. and that's just not going to be able to be uploaded at 9 a.m. if that's the case. So hopefully we can do this within 2 years. It's going to be a struggle, but we can do it. If you guys don't know what we're doing at this point, we are rebuilding a complete 0 overall team from the ground up. Everybody on this team is 0 overall. It says 12, but it just says 12. Every stat on every player is 0. We can rebuild this team. This is a disclaimer. We can rebuild this team using anything possible. We're gonna exploit the game. Basically, that's what it is. That's what it's gonna freaking take to rebuild a 0 overall team into a Super Bowl champion. We're gonna be doing a lot of trades, free agent signings. You'll see what we do. This video does not end until we win the Super Bowl. We're gonna do things a little bit different though. Once we get into the playoffs, I'm gonna jump into the game and watch the simulation instead of just jumping from week to week, because that's too much for my heart to bear. I like to see how it ends. So that should be fun. Let's get into it. If you like any video on the channel, I would appreciate it, because this is gonna be a lot of hard work. But let's do this thing. The hardest rebuild possible on YouTube across any sports game platform is bringing a full 0 overall team to a championship winning team. We're doing it today. So guys, see, here's the full 0 overall team. Really, not much we can really do this first season, because nobody we can really trade. So we're just going to go ahead and do kind of the same thing we did last year. Go ahead and we'll go ahead and sim to the Super Bowl, see who wins the first year. Instead of last year, I don't want the video to be an hour plus long like it was last year, so I'm probably not going to show you all kinds of crazy stats in between each season, because that just takes up a long portion of the video, and it's just not fun. It's not really interesting. So we'll stick to trying to make each transition from season to season as quick as possible. Like I said, I don't want the video to be way too long, but I hope to God. It's 1:35 a.m. as I pressed the button a few seconds ago. 1:35 a.m. See how long it takes to get this done. It says literally, I think it has to be done within 2 hours for it to even be possible for me to upload this by 9 a.m. So obviously, we went 0-16, being a 0 overall team. I just want to see how bad we actually did. It's like the only time, oh my god. It's like the only time we'll actually look at some of the in-depth stats. So, didn't score a point in the preseason, and it looks like we didn't score a point all season long. So, we're bringing a team that has not scored a point all season long, and a team that's averaging roughly about 100 points per game given up, had to bring them to a Super Bowl championship. Crazy scenes. Crazy freaking scenes here. I want to check out some stats really quick. So we had not even 1,000 total yards. Our current quarterback, Wes Lunt, threw 44. He did not even throw a touchdown all season long. Now that is freaking bad. That's awful. 0 touchdowns, 44 interceptions. We did. So something happened. Something happened of some sort. Oh, that's funny. I was wondering why I didn't say we ran the ball at all. That's because the guys that ran the ball are at the bottom. So our leading rusher actually didn't run the ball all season long. And I gotta do it, boys. Gotta do it for the memes. What a better player to do it on. Gonna try to upgrade Nathan Peterman. But boys, we don't have enough skill points to purchase the bucket. Perfect start to this video. So if you care, Super Bowl champions was the Philadelphia Eagles 28-17. It just now hit me as I'm sitting here releasing all these players into free agency. I didn't even explain we're the Buffalo Bills. Why are we the Bills? I don't know. I just downloaded a 0 overall roster, and they were the team that was 0 overall. Don't know why they converted a lot of quarterbacks. I really have no idea, but it's just what the guy did. So the Bills, it's just completely random that they're the team. So if you're a Bills fan out here, at least you get to see your team eventually win the Super Bowl. Never realize how long it takes to release a whole entire team, but as I sit here, might as well go ahead and mention, if you guys are fans of the Reject series, if this video doesn't take 10 hours to make, grab your freaking popcorn for later today. Just be on the lookout for that notification, because guys, you're in for a good one. So the team is completely rid of all those awful 0 overall, mainly apparently quarterbacks converted to other positions. But anyways, for some reason, some of these players got on this team somehow. Maybe the CPU just on them because the rest of our team was so bad. But I guess we'll just keep them going into the offseason, so we have some players on the team, although they're just really no point, so not start for us maybe. Depends on how, I don't know. We'll see how this thing works. We're going to go ahead and advance into stage 1 of the offseason and see what kind of free agents we can pick up. We have a lot of cap room, but I have to be strategic in how we use this. So, I just spent the past 45 minutes of my existence on this earth offering free agents. So, I offered some big deals and offered some lowball deals. How many free agents do I actually expect to sign? Probably like 5. But it was worth it. We got to build some sort of a foundation on this team. If we even get, like I said, like 3 players, it's worth it. So advancing into the next week, who can we get? Wow! We actually got some good players. Robert Ayers, Brock Osweiler. I say good. I mean, if anything, we can use guys in trade. Wow! What the heck? So that was a big offer to Kelvin Benjamin. He declined. So did Dante Fowler. But we actually got some half-decent freaking players. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 players to actually accept. So that last 45 minutes was actually worth what I did. So we can advance down to stage 3. That's probably all the ones that are going to accept. Maybe not, I don't know. We'll see here. So some more guys accepted. So some rejected, obviously. We had Tom Savage accept. Mercedes Lewis, Brandon Carr, Jalen Richard, Mike Glennon. So we have a ton of quarterbacks. McKissick, Spencer Ware. That's so many more players than what I expected to actually accept. We have like all quarterbacks and running backs, it seems like. Got some corners too. But some decent players for pretty low ball offers is what I threw out there into the universe. Robert Griffin accepted. Wow. So a ton of rejections here. A ton of them. But that 15, 20 players we did get to accept contracts was 100% worth it. So we'll advance into the NFL draft, which is pretty huge. We'll try to do some finessing here. So we'll go, and we obviously have the number 1 pick, but what we will do, which I do find extremely effective, is trading down as far as possible and getting really good picks. So we can try to trade down here with the Buccaneers. We'll see what the Buccaneers will actually give. So we have 29 current players. We have a ton of cap room too, so we should be able to get some good players moving forward the next couple of free agencies, depending on who we trade for upcoming. But anyways, Buccaneers. If we trade the number 1 overall selection, we can possibly get their first from this year and their first and second from next year, maybe. Send this through. It's declined. That's unfortunate. So how about their third from next year? That's still pretty sick. And obviously, I think probably in real life we'd get more than this. We'll send this through regardless. Boom. So we get their second, first from next year, and third from this year. And as long as we can get a first and third from next year in a deal, we'll continue to trade down. So with that, the Buccaneers, I hope to God I had auto scouting on. I didn't even think about it. If I didn't, I am going to be screwed. But I'm not going to worry about it just now. We'll advance to the next pick. That will be us. Now we'll try to trade. They got an 84 overall corner. That's decent. So we'll trade down now with the Indianapolis Colts. So going to the Colts. Can we get, once again, I'll take their first from this year and their first from next year and second from next year. Let's just see how close this one is to going through. The second overall selection declined again, so I'm not sure if we'll be able to, I don't even know if we'll be able to get the first from next year with this one. So how about their third from next year? Submit this through. That was declined again. So now we've already had a pretty big drop in value. Got their fourth from next year. That's declined too. Oh man. Would they even give us their first from this year? I think they toned this down big time, which they probably should have. Maybe not, because I mean that's. Anyways, let's just not even get all that. So let's try this. So that was declined too. So I don't even know if we'll be able to get this. Dang. So that's not good at all. So they toned this down big time. So we might as well just go ahead and pick. So at least we got a first and third from next year, but it's not nearly as much as actually what I wanted. So we'll pick. Go ahead and make the selection. Did we auto scout? Thank God. We've got to go with a quarterback. We've got to, right? Try to go for a quarterback. A+ throw power. This guy looks good. Patrick Comer. He's a projected early first rounder. We need a quarterback to solidify this team. And we're going to go with the best player on the board. He is going to be 85 overall with superstar development. Dogs, that is the best pick I have made in Madden 19 franchise. Talk about a big pick. Patrick, the man. Dogs, that is so good. So go ahead and advance to our next user pick, a second rounder. Can't get any better than that, to be completely honest. Go ahead and make our selection here. Who do we pick? Do we go ahead and get a running back too? I mean, he looks good. A-, B+, B+. Everybody else we have drafted looks like a bust. We'll go with this guy, Corn. And we need a running back. He's going to be 77 with superstar. He's going to be a beast for us in the upcoming years. 77, that's meh. But that's a good second round pick. What am I saying? So now into the third round. I think the only thing I'm going to show you guys live is the draft. That's probably going to be it. So go with the player pick in the third round first. Oh, that's a good quarterback. Do we get another quarterback? And I don't know. What do we do? Let's see what players we have scouted. We have a wide receiver. Let's try to get a wideout. A good wideout. B+, B-, B. Like this guy. Leventri Swope. Go with you. Pick you. 75. I think that's good in the third round. Doesn't have superstar development. That's a decent third round selection. You guys might be saying RBT probably rushing too much. That's true. Like I said, kind of on a timer here. At the end of the day, we'll still get this done. I think the goal is to try to get it done as quick as possible. If we can get this done in 1 year, because technically this is the first year we've done this. So this only counts as year 1. If we get this done in 1 year, I'm just the man. I am the man. So round number 4 selection, this guy has to be awful. He's projected the first round. He's still not picked. Let's just go down. We have a cornerback. Let's get ourselves. We didn't sign any safeties. Let's take our time a little bit. A lot of good corners actually. A lot of good corners. So let's look at the linebacker core they have. We don't have any guys scouted. There's no good linebackers really. Any good DNs? Nobody. We have literally nobody scouted at this point, which is not really good. Some left tackles. You guys say left tackles. Let's go with this guy. Combine grade's normally a good indicator. Get this man 71 with quick. Not bad. Not bad. Manasseh Roundtree. What a freaking name. So we made our final pick. We got an 85 quarterback. Those first 4 picks were sick. Kind of tailed off at the end. I mean, getting a 71 overall left tackle in the 5th round is good. But I think that's a super solid class. This guy has a 98 throw power as an incoming rookie. Patrick Palmer. We don't have to trade for a quarterback now, which is huge. So into the first preseason, we've gone from a 0 to a 67. Obviously, looking much better than what we had previously. We have a lot of positions we do need to upgrade. Some players we can trade. About to do some trading, boys. So we only go out and get the Ravens' best overall player, Michael Pierce, coming to Buffalo. We had to trade Spencer Ware, our first that we did acquire in that draft, when we traded down, and Brock Osweiler. So I think I've acquired the hiccups virus, but we'll proceed. We get our new starting right guard, Kevin Zeitler, from the Cleveland Browns for J.D. McKissick, a 4th, and this wide receiver, I don't even know where he came from. I mean, why freaking not, right? We get Zach Martin now. Guess we'll convert him to left guard. This is crazy. Well, I didn't expect that to happen, but that just happened. Traded Corey Moore. I mean, I really didn't want this to go through like it did now looking back, but whatever. We get another right guard, which I don't know why we're getting so many right guards. It just so happened that this button, I clicked it and it got accepted. So, guess we'll convert David DeCastro to some other position. Well, here with one more addition, looks like we're gonna get one of the best centers in the game. 92 overall, Rodney Hudson. I guess we'll go ahead and just finish the offensive line first. Jalen Richard, a 3rd, and the cornerback without any face. Once again, didn't think that was just gonna work when I clicked A. We get Emmanuel Sanders, an 85 receiver. That's solid. He is old, so probably digressed a little quick, but it is what it is. We had to trade away Cliff Averill, who's also old, so we swap an old player for an old player that's better. What the heck? This makes me so mad. I probably could have made this deal happen without even using our 1st round pick. This is actually a super important trade because we had no middle linebacker. Danny Trevathan comes in 84 overall for Mike Glennon, a 2nd round draft pick, and a 64 overall cornerback. We had no strong safety, but now we do as we get Cam Chancellor from the Seahawks for RG3, 2nd round draft pick from next year, and a 66 overall tight end. Now, another trade you don't normally expect to happen, to bring in a pretty good defensive tackle in Gerald McCoy for Tom Savage, a 5th from this year and a 3rd from next year. And I know we're getting rid of a lot of picks, but we're trying to make this team as good as possible, as soon as possible, and we just don't have anybody at a lot of positions, so we have to use draft picks to trade for other players. So I'm pretty positive this is the last trade we're actually going to be able to make happen. The rest of the team we have to fill with current free agents, but we do bring in a veteran 92 overall Sean Lee for Jeremy Hill, a 4th from this year and a 5th from next year. Oh god, dude, we're just getting started and it's already been an hour and 30 minutes. So went out, signed a ton of free agents to 1-year deals to fill this roster. We've actually already got it up to an 85 overall, and an 85 overall can actually possibly compete for a Super Bowl berth in year 1. So if we've already built this team into a Super Bowl contender in year 1, somebody call bingo and tell them somebody's taking over. But looking at this depth chart, we have solid wide receivers for this young rookie quarterback. The goal is to have him have a great year so he can progress already into the 90s to next year. We're going to let this running back start for us because he has superstar development. So if he starts for us, he'll have a big year, be able to actually progress also maybe into the 85 overall or so. Offensive line, super solid. We had that rookie starting at left tackle, so he's the down point to this offense, but aside from that, it's pretty solid. And on defense, had to sign a bunch of free agents to fill some needs, like this left outside linebacker. Actually, he's the only free agent we just signed that's going to start for us. I think Jonathan Joseph too, since he's 80 overall. But aside from that, this team actually is a lot better than what I thought. So with that, we'll go ahead and sim to the playoffs. Nope. Kidding me. With an 85 overall team, we actually didn't make the playoffs. We went 8-8. So that's what I expected. About average, but I thought we'd be able to make the playoffs. That's just crazy. I want to see how my rookie quarterback did, though. Not that great. Only 3,700 yards. Hopefully he has a lot of XP. He can upgrade a lot. They already automatically upgraded him to an 88. That's not as good as I wanted. It's a little unfortunate. We're up to an 87 overall. How did an 87 not make the playoffs? You guys care? The Chargers won the Super Bowl in an all-LA matchup, 24-17 over the Rams. They have a ton of players that need to renegotiate contracts. Some star players. Some very star players. We only had enough funds to re-sign Rodney Hudson and AJ Green. That's our 2 highest overall players that were free agents, so I am happy with that. We are going to have to replace Sean Lee, Emmanuel Sanders, Danny Trevathan, and all these freaking guys. And it's doing that crap again. We can't even offer anybody. We have 52 million cap room, but we have negative 7.75 million funds. So that sucks. I can't even offer minimum deals to anybody. Well, let's go right into the draft. That's kind of disappointing. And in the draft, since we had to trade away all of our draft picks to fill our team, I think we have 1 or 2 draft picks. That's unfortunate as well. So we'll go ahead and start drafting. I think the 4th round might be our first pick. Just kidding. Oh my. Did we seriously trade all our picks? Well, this offseason freaking sucked. So that was a fail. At least we can take the first year squad and progress into the 2nd year. At least some of the players are going to get better because they're young. Quarterback and running back especially. Hopefully we can use some draft picks to trade for other positions, or we might just have to sign some available free agents. So I'm sitting here assessing what we can trade away, what we can get. I'm thinking the best thing to do is hang on to everything we have and just sign some free agents, just fill the roster, and kind of just throw the season away, maybe tank it and get some better draft picks, because it's just, we don't have anybody to trade away, so all we had to trade really is our draft picks. So I think this is just why the 0 overall rebuild is so hard. It's just so many factors. I think we're just going to sign free agents, fill the squad, try to make it a little bit better than what it currently is, because it's bad. Went from I think we were at an 87 to end last year. Now we're at a 79 before we signed some free agents. So I filled the roster with available free agents, and we actually went down to a 78 overall. So like I said, with the whole entire funds thing in the offseason kind of screwed us over. So basically this is, like I said, just going to be a throwaway year, just going to tank, go ahead and get in the next year. We'll go ahead and maybe by some fluke we make the playoffs. But if we didn't make the playoffs last year when we started at an 85, and now we're 78, I don't expect to make the playoffs. Because a lot of our older players we traded for is already going down. And we just got to find some way to crawl our way out of this hole because I'm on a time limit. I got about an hour left in me. Not surprised. Once again, didn't make the playoffs. We went 5-11. I didn't think we were 5-11 bad. My God, at least we're up to an 82. Our quarterback's up to a 91 now, so at least he's going to be good moving forward. Hopefully now we can actually sign some free agents. Our running back's not getting any better. That's unfortunate. If you guys care, the Steelers won the Super Bowl over the Eagles 34-10. Now let's try to renegotiate some of these contracts. Manuel Sanders, I don't care about any of these guys. To be completely honest, I don't care. Let them walk, and let's use this money in free agency and actually get some decent players. Well, once again, another very long period of time. Just offering free agents some big offers, some lowball offers. Anybody will help this team at this point. Advancing, let's see. A good guy, Tyus Bowser. Ryan Tannehill accepted. That's crazy. Some more, 105-year-old Clay Matthews. He's 35 at this point. He accepted. Jamal Peppers, that's huge. Because Cam Chancellor left in free agency because he was only a 75-year regress because he's old. Jamal Peppers, 82 overall at this point. That's big. That was one of the big offers we had out there. We had James Conner. That's a big one. Dude, I'm actually shocked that all these guys accepted their offers. Christian McCaffrey is a 92 overall running back. We gave him a big offer. The only offer he had wasn't that good, so we just gave him it wasn't really a big offer. It was a normal one. He accepts. That makes our offense instantly better. Mike Williams accepted. That was a big one. Wow. We have a ton of quarterbacks. We have like 3 or 4 quarterbacks now. That's crazy. That's already more players than what I expected to actually sign. So next week, Phillip Rivers, that was one I was looking for. He rejected. Donald Pumphrey accepts. A lot of rejected this week. I wanted Hassan Reddick. He didn't accept. We need a middle linebacker. Got Ogletree. Deshaun Kaiser accepted. Richard Sherman. Janoris Jenkins. This is the one. This is the season. Okay, I normally have in every single rebuild I do, like especially a long-term rebuild, I have that one season where I go all out and try my best to win it this year. I'm going to do it this year. This is the 3rd season. I'm going to go all out this year and try my best to win the Super Bowl. To make this team as good as possible, every exploit possible. I want to get it done. It took 6 hours last time I did the 0 overall rebuild. Well, this time it only take 2.5. Got even more people to accept. Dudes, this team is going to be sick this year. I promise you. Now it's time for the draft. Now we only have we have a first round pick and some later picks. I don't know who we should get here. Looking at the team, what position do we actually need? We need an outside linebacker, that's for sure. A DN too. Both our DNs suck. So a DN or a linebacker, any linebacker. So we're looking for defense because our offense is a 93 overall. Our defense is awful. So into the draft. I think we're gonna draft all defense. This is what we're gonna do. So skip ahead to the next user pick. What are we going to get? We have the 4th pick, so a pretty big one. This is the quarterback, Douglas. We're definitely not going to take you. An outside linebacker, Marvin Hamlin. Projected to go early 1st round. We'll look at him, see everybody else available. Any other linebackers? This guy doesn't look as good. We'll just look at linebackers right now because we need a linebacker or a DN. Those DNs suck. These DNs suck, so it's going to be a linebacker. Not a left outside. No good middle linebackers. Right outside. Do we go with Marvin or Harris? Harris. Mid 1st rounder, Marvin. We'll go. I'll just go with Marvin. Marvin, please be good. Marvin's not that good. He's only a 77. Does have quick. That's not that good. That could have been so much better than what just happened. It's a little upsetting, so we'll skip ahead to our 4th round selection. I think we have a couple more, but man, that 1st round pick could have been so much better. So we'll go and pick another linebacker here if there's any scouted. Hopefully we have some scouted. We do. Here's some good ones here. This guy looks so good. Alexander Diossi. This guy, Hassan Greer, looks good. Left outside linebacker. A- hit power. We're going to go with Long Dawson. What a freaking name. We're going to go with Alexander Diossi. He's going to be that's not good at all. Jesus, this draft is awful. This draft is absolutely freaking awful. Now we have a 7th round selection. So this draft was just an absolute freaking fail. I might just end up trading both of those guys because I don't think we're going to win a Super Bowl with those two caliber players starting for us. That's upsetting. Maybe a 7th round selection will be our best. Guarantee we have nobody scouted up to this point. So just did auto scouting to speed it up. Yep, all these guys suck. I mean, I don't even know what to take at this point. We'll take the defensive end with the best combine grade. We're going to do that. Let's see. 6.4. Lance Rutland. Can you be a Jim? Nope. But into preseason week number 1. Like I said, this is going to be the one where I go all out. And like I said, we're going all out. 94 overall Luke Kuechly. Yes, he's starting to regress, but so is Gerald McCoy. And Gerald McCoy is worth $17 million, so we get him off our book. I'll bring in a 94 overall middle linebacker, like the biggest position of need for us. We also had to throw in our first, obviously, but, I mean, I'll take Luke Kuechly. Let's talk about an epic finesse. One of our biggest positions of need was left in. We bring in a good one, Stephon Tuitt, for Ryan Tannehill, and a 4th round draft pick. This is unbelievable. This is actually unbelievable. Jamal Adams, 94 overall, coming over from the Jets. For the rookie running back we drafted in the first year, wasn't progressing like I expected. Deshaun Kaiser, and a 3rd from this year. Our number 1 position of need, tight end, is no longer. Gronk comes over down to a 92, but he's still a 92. Jabril Peppers no longer needed him. We just got Jamal Adams, threw him in the deal, and a 69 overall cornerback to bring in Gronk to the division rival Buffalo Bills. There we are. As we get Irving, 89 overall defensive tackle from the Dallas Cowboys, for 35-year-old 77 overall Clay Matthews, Aaron Jones, 78 overall running back, and that 69 overall cornerback. So we fill another position of need right in this time. Mike Daniels, 89 overall, coming over from the Packers. Tyus Bowser, a 74 wide receiver, and a 68 left guard. Adding another talented wide receiver to the squad, Cameron Meredith, coming over from the Saints, 87 overall. For Killebrew, 76 overall strong safety, and a 5th round draft pick from this year. I mean, screw it. Why not add another talented wide receiver to the team? Allen Robinson this time, 92 overall, comes over from the Bears. Funny enough, we trade Mitch Trubisky back to the Bears, and our young left tackle who we now have to replace in a 1st round draft pick from next year. So the only team in the entirety of the NFL interested in Emmanuel Sanders was the Jets. So we traded him, a 2nd from next year, and Dion Lewis for a 1st from this year that we are going to use in a trade. I mean, we didn't really need him, but why the heck not? We bring 94 Trey Flowers over from the Patriots for AJ Green, who's just getting old and regressing, and a 4th round draft pick from next year. Oh, boys, like I said, we're all about making this team as good as possible this year. And with that said, it is time to welcome 97 Von Miller to the Buffalo Bills. Mike Daniels, who we no longer needed after that last trade, 67 and a 66. One of the best outside linebackers in the game. So we get the number 1 overall draft pick for trade purposes from the Cincinnati Bengals for the 75 overall young wide receiver, 2nd round draft pick from this year, and Josh Allen. Bringing in a pretty good wide receiver to Buffalo, 99 Odell Beckham Jr. from the New York Giants for Eric Rose, 79 corner, Kevin Zeitler, who is going downhill big time. He's gone from like an 89 now to an 81. He's worth 10 mil as well, so we can replace him in a 1st round draft pick from this year. Well, we're about to improve Kevin Zeitler immediately with a much better and much younger option. That's Quentin Nelson from the Indianapolis Colts for Dante Moncrief and a 68 overall outside linebacker. So we couldn't get anything good from anybody for Alec Ogletree, 75 overall backup in a linebacker. So we went ahead and traded him to the Panthers just to get a 2nd. We could use that somewhere. And we also added in a 5th from next year and a 6th from this year. Well, this is a trade that I really didn't expect to have any interest at all. But we basically swap an 81 overall receiver, Mike Williams, for Corey Davis, who is 6 overall higher. The best left tackle I could really find out there was Trent Williams. He's 86 and he's 33. But like everybody else was either like 97 or 98 or like 79. It was weird. So he was in the middle, and we got him for a decent price. Second round draft pick that we just got, Jacoby Brissett and Jalen Richard. Now trading for a better outside linebacker on the right side. This guy, R. Carroll, at 88 overall for 2 of our cornerbacks in the first overall draft pick. And now we're going to use that first round draft pick that we got from this year and try to trade for a star corner. That, my friends, is the best corner we could trade for. Shaquille Griffin, 87 overall. Coming over for that first round draft pick I told you about, a third, and J.D. McKissick. So I'm looking for one last trade, and that's to upgrade one more of my cornerback positions, and I need draft picks for that. So we got a third round draft pick from the Ravens for James Conner, a 7th and a 6th. And this, my friends, is our final trade. This was our best option for the cornerback position, 89 overall, William Jackson for a third, Deonta Foreman, and James Bradbury. So what is the damage? We only have $1.67 million left in our cap room with all the penalties. If we don't win it this year, we are screwed up to a 91 overall team. Still will never understand the overall system because we have a 99 offense, 99 defense, but it averages out to be 91. Somebody's math is wrong. But anyways, guys, this team is pretty freaking disgusting. To think we've gone from a 0 overall team to this in 3 years? That's pretty crazy. Hopefully it is good enough to win the Super Bowl, because if not, we're screwed, because that will take probably another 3 years because of all the cap penalties and everything. But they'll put everything into this season. It's 4 a.m. Hope to God we can do it this year. If not, I'm screwed. That was the offense. This now is the defense. I think the weakness of this team is probably the cornerback core. Actually, no, because it's good now after those last couple trades. So this team, it doesn't really have a weakness. So with that said, I'm nervous. This is a 16-0 caliber team, I think. Now, if we don't make the playoffs, something's up. Something's freaking up. I'm really, really, really hoping for a first round bye. So that's one last game I have to sim, and that's one less game I have a chance at losing. And we... Are you kidding? This team, we lost our last 25 games. Are you kidding? Is that a joke? What? I don't know. That is so much for me being able to upload this at 9 a.m. What the heck? I'm mad. I'm actually mad. How is there 8-8? I actually thought the team was gonna go 16-0. They went 8-8. 8-8. Unbelievable. Actually unfreaking believable. We're about to lose all these guys. We don't have money for them. Yep, Von Miller, Luke Kuechly, Quentin Nelson. See you later. See you freaking later. Oh, negative $153 million. Can we actually franchise tag somebody like this? Like I always say, guys, you just don't ask questions. So, that's the only player we're going to be able to sign. We have no other draft picks either, so we're under financial probation warning. I've seen it all. I've freaking seen it all. I have never seen this ever. I've never seen this ticker ever in my life. Didn't even know that was a thing. So, we're here 4 a.m. Saturday morning trying to complete a rebuild. We're under financial probation warning. What does that even mean? You have ended the season with a negative balance. If this is not corrected before the deadline, your position will be terminated. Deadline's the end of next season. Well, I'm about to get fired as an owner. I didn't even know that was a possibility. Oh, shoot. Guys, that's crazy. We couldn't sign any free agents, obviously, because we have negative $200 million. We're about to get fired. I've never in my life seen anybody ever get fired as an owner. But, dude, everything crazy happens on the RBT channel. We have a 7th round draft pick. Might as well use it to our advantage. If we don't win the Super Bowl this next year, this is going to be over. I can't restart it. It's 4 a.m. It's actually past 4 a.m. Never did I think I was actually going to start this and have a potential to get fired. you've seen everything here. Like, I don't even know, guys. This is just delirious at this point. So, what do we do here? I don't know what we're missing, because I'm too worried about getting fired as the owner. I'm under financial probation warning. Dude, we're under virtual financial probation warning in a Madden 19 franchise. Never did I think I could financially get in trouble as an owner in a franchise mode on virtual Madden. Yeah, it's just insane stuff going on around here. I just really don't even know what to think about it, if we're just being completely honest. I don't even know what we need. We'll make a selection. We're gonna make a selection, and how do we not make the playoffs? I really have no idea what's going on. I have no idea what's going on. I'm confused out of my mind. I don't care who we pick at this point. We'll get Trey Sushame. I'm gonna start him no matter what. 65 overall, my man. Let's go. Well, fellas, this might be the end. We still have negative $132 million. I can't sign any free agents. We very well might have a lot of players that aren't good. All the older guys are regressing. Thought last year was the year. It wasn't even good enough to be a winning team. I apologize for your disappointment. So are you witnessing what I'm witnessing? We've broken the game, because apparently we have a cap room of $1.12 billion, yet I'm on the hot seat for financial probation warning, because we don't have enough funds. We have negative funds, yet we have $1.12 billion in cap room. And I know that's what the cap room says when you turn off salary cap, but I'll prove to you right now, the only thing's changed in the settings is we have injuries off. That's the only thing that's changed. Cap room, salary cap, there it is, it's on. It is on. Only thing off is injury. And yet we have $1.12 billion, and we might get fired. I mean, since we have $1.12 billion, might as well try to complete some trades. See if we can, get some linemen, because all our linemen are gone. They've descended into heaven. Andrew Norwell, I'll take him if we can get him. Do we have anybody? What are we doing at this point, honestly? Donald Pumphrey, can we trade you? Honestly, guys, I can't form a coherent thought after what is actually transpiring here. It is some crazy stuff. You get it all. You get buckets, and you get $1.1 billion cap rooms, and almost getting fired. All I can do really is scratch my head at this point, because it's just insane. Well, we got Andrew. Guys might be asking, RBT, what are you doing? To be honest, I don't know. I didn't even realize David DeCastro left, too. My whole offensive line left, so it's either don't have a right tackle or have Rick Wagner. I guess I'll take the latter. We also needed a right guard. Traded our first from next year, and this guy, Try Turner, 84 overall right guard. So I'm just expecting to be fired at as an owner that never in my days, all my years of playing connected franchise and playing Madden, never knew was a thing. I'm pretty sure you probably didn't know either. So, the team's worse. Guess we don't even have a middle linebacker. We have that guy we drafted whenever we drafted him, DOEC. Hopefully you do a job for us. So we're gonna advance into playoffs. And the team overall wise should be good enough, but I don't know what's good enough anymore. For all I know, we might get fired before we even go to the playoffs if we do make the playoffs. This video's just kind of turned into something I didn't even know was possible. We've entered a different dimension. I think I'm about to get abducted by aliens. But with that said, go ahead and, see what happens here. So, if we make the playoffs. Something's broke. Something's broke. Something's got to be broke. There is no way. There's no way. There's no freaking way a 92 overall team goes 5-11. Like, that's actually not physiologically possible. Like the second, no. So there's a broken code. Somebody's dead. Stephen Ross. You've got to explain to me, Stephen, what is going on? I'm about to get fired. If I get fired, I'm ending it. I know I was supposed to win the Super Bowl, but I'll promise you I'm just gonna end it. I'm never, ever. I'm gonna sim with the off season. I've never seen anything like this. Am I gonna get fired? Did I actually just get fired? No. Did that... Leave it to me. Leave it to me to get fired. Leave it to me to get fired at a position that nobody ever knew had a possibility of getting fired. What happens? Can I at least create a new owner? Unfreaking believable. Gosh dang believable. This team, the highest overall team in the NFL, goes 5-11 and has their owner, a position that can't physically be fired because they're the owner. They're the owner. Yet we find a way to make it happen. This is the dumbest game of all time. No wonder I'm about to get a coin sponsor. You heard it here first. Rip my game changer position, but this is why. Because this game is freaking stupid. This game is actually the dumbest thing I've ever seen created by a multi-billion-dollar company. This is so stupid. Somebody call Bingo. Somebody call Moonlight Swami. Somebody call somebody. Because I've got to be in a lucid dream. That's all I know. That's all I can't even create an owner. It would not even let me create an owner because there's a virtual lock covering the owner tab. This is insane. Do I create a player? What do we do? If I could actually not create an owner for any NFL team because I got fired as one, I'm gonna laugh. I can create an owner for the Vikings, but I'm gonna keep this going. At this point, I'm gonna keep it going. I guess I gotta be a coach. Gotta be a freaking coach. So, I guess I got fired. You know what? Just for the memes, Chris Dale. Why not at this point, Chris? Let's see if you can do it. Because obviously, Chris, I don't know what I'm doing. Because I got fired at an unfireable position. Well, I tried to re-sign them both. If they don't re-sign, F it. Probably do better. Honestly, at least Odell accepted. Honest to God. Honestly, we don't have any draft picks, so I don't know. I'm gonna skip. I really don't care at this point. Honest to God, I think the strategy, the meta, is to make a worse team. So, what am I even trying for? That's the honest question. We're down to an 81 overall. I don't know how that happened. I know that's why, because half a freaking defense is gone. Oh, yep. At this point, okay. Just for the memes, I'm just gonna sim this entire season. I promise we'll make the playoffs with this team. I promise we will. Here it freaking is. Oh, just effing kidding. That time, we did better than we did last year. 5 a.m. It's 5 a.m. 5 freaking a.m. I can't believe it, actually. When did Nick Foles even become a member of this team? We have all these players trying to renegotiate their contracts. At least these players resigned, but to be completely honest, I don't even care anymore. I just don't. Well, we offered some players, signed some rejected. Aaron Donald's like a 91 at this point. But like I said, guys, I really don't care. I just don't. Well, this is the team that we've assembled. 93 overall offense and an 87 overall defense averages out, if you do the math, to an 83. So I'm going to sim to the end of the season to the playoffs, probably we're going to go 8-8. I'm going to sleep. I'm going to freaking sleep. This team, this stupid team, is the one that makes the playoffs. And not only that, we obviously get a first round bye. Unbelievable, man. We went 12-4 with this team. This doesn't even make any sense at all. I just wish it had a reasoning to it, but it just doesn't. I know I told you guys I would go into the game and sim it that way, but I can't be asked. It's now 5 a.m. I wanted to have this done at 3. It's gonna take a miracle. It's gonna take me winning the Super Bowl this year and a miracle to get this up by 9 a.m. Oh God, I'm just gonna go ahead and get it over with now. I know we're gonna lose. We won. We freaking won by 3 with this team. With this stupid team. I guess Chris is the man. Chris is the magician. If we do win this game, I will go in and sim it live while we watch in the Super Bowl. But it's just not going to happen, I don't think. We'll sim next week. I'm just ready. Oh my. I'm actually more mad than I am happy at this point because this is just so stupid. My whole entire the key to doing good in rebuilds and simulations is to have your entire offensive line under 77 overall. That's the key to success. That's what we found out in today's video. So we'll advance against the Seattle Seahawks. Super Bowl in Atlanta, Georgia. 12-4 Bills. This is the stupidest video that's ever been done on my channel. A 0 overall rebuild turns into rebuilding into a really good team that goes 5. The best team we've had, easily the best team we've had this whole video, goes 5-11. We get fired as an owner. We turn into Chris Dale, and that's how we make it to the Super Bowl. I don't know. I know we're just gonna. I don't even know, man. I don't even freaking know. See, this is what I don't understand. We made like a 90+ overall team, and the Seahawks at a 79 make the playoffs. There's just no rhyme or reason to any of this. Literally, if you go into this unbiased and never played Madden before, you would actually think a lower overall number means you're better. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Anyways, it's because we're the high overall team. We're going to lose. Well, here we are. Super Bowl time. Like, I honestly won't even care if we win or not. Like, I will, because I'll finally be able to end the video and stop this absolute travesty of a recording session. It's lasted, like, I don't even want to know how many hours. Hasn't been the 6 of last year, but I'd rather have those 6 back than this last 4 whatever hours of my life back. But anyways, I mean, I'll be neutral if we win, because I don't even know. But we'll be able to witness me lose. Well, us lose collectively, because it's going to happen. Actually, we have a 3-0 lead. 10-0. Are we actually going to win? Nah, just kidding. They're back. They're freaking back. 13-7. 13-10. We might actually finally be able to do things and just... no, just kidding. We won at the death. We won at the freaking death. The last second win. This is just the stupidest video I've ever made. It's such a great idea, such great history on the channel. One of my best. Nothing. We won. This is just stupid. I don't even care. I really don't even freaking care. If you've never clicked the like button on the video, like, even if you don't like me, I'd appreciate it if you did it here, because this was a waste of my life. Hopefully, the bare minimum was enjoyable. But anyways, I'm out of here. Just bye.